What's up, people? This is Sandra from the A, originated from the Boogie Down Bronx. And don't you ever forget it. So what I got going on today, oh my God, I'm making lemon meringue pie. Yes, you heard me right. So I got everything out that I need. Got my lemons, got my sugar, my grater for my lemon zest, my squeezer for my lemons, my measuring cups, my flour, my sugar. Okay, I already started the process. I'm making a mess. As you can see, I'm about to make the filling, which is the lemon part of it. I already made my pie crust, but knowing me, I always got dough in the freezer. Just let it sit out and thaw. Smash it out, roll it out, put it in the pan, bake it for a few minutes. So right now, I'm about to start my lemon meringue filling. So here we go. So right now I'm going to do the sugar, flour, cornstarch, and salt. I'm going to whisk this all together in the pot first because we're going to have to cook it. So we're going to whisk this all together. Of course, it's going to be messy. What's not messy when you cook? Just clean up behind yourself. Okay. My oven is preheating on 350. And right now I'm going to add the water. I'm going to add water and stir that up. This is that flour, sugar, cornstarch, and stuff. I'm going to use my whisk to do this, to get it all. So I'm going to add my water. Stir it vigorously. I haven't even turned the stove on yet. Squeeze lemon juice. And lemon zest. Dump it right in here. Mix that all up. Then I'm going to turn my stove on. And let this cook until it starts to boil. Then I'm going to sit it to the side and start adding the rest of the ingredients inside. I already pre-baked my pie crust. As you can see, I'm just waiting. And I'll be right back. Okay, my mixture has come to a boil. And I just added butter. You remove it from the stove and you add butter. And just vigorously stir that. Get all that butter mixed in there. Yep, it's so hot. Yep. I'm going to turn that off. Because now I need to give it my egg yolks. Just the yolks. I had to separate my egg yolks from my egg whites. The whites is for the top, for the meringue part. So I got eggs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tablespoon of the hot mixture to my eggs, one at a time. This is so the eggs can get used to a hot mixture inside of it and they don't start curling and cooking like a scrambled egg. And I'm going to keep doing this, add a little bit more of my sugar, flour concoction. This is the filling for the lemon meringue pie. So I'll do this 2 or 3 more times. A hot spoon of the filling mixture to my egg yolks. Stir it up real quick. We don't want scrambled egg taste in food. I know this is going to taste delicious. I haven't made it in years. The last time I made this, I think my oldest daughter was pregnant and had me make this lemon meringue pie at 12 o'clock at night for her and my neighbor in New Jersey named Hepsi. They were both pregnant at the same time. And I had to put it in my Sub-Zero refrigerator just so it can get cold within an hour or two so they can eat it. And they ate the whole pie between the two of them. They didn't even say, do you want a piece after all your hard work in the middle of the night? But you can't turn down pregnant people. But this time, I'm just making it to be making it. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back. The egg yolk and the sugar mixture that I did already, I'm going to put it back in with the rest of the filling. Let's make sure we get it all out. With all that lemon juice and that sugar. Should have had my ladle to spoon it out. Because you don't want to lose any. You want to make sure it all gets mixed up good. And then I'm going to take my whisk and I'm going to combine the egg yolk mixture back into the pot with the rest of the filling. I'm going to let that boil for a few more minutes. I just made a mess. Mess is good. That means it's coming out good. But this is what it looks like. Oh my God, it looks delicious. Don't try to taste it now because you're going to burn your finger, your tongue, everything else. It's really hot. So I'm going to let this come to a boil real quick. And then we're going to pour it in the pie crust and put it in the pan. Sorry. I'm going to put this mixture in the pie crust, and then I'm going to put the pie crust in the oven. You know what I mean? All right. I'm not showing my face today. My hair is a mess and everything else, but I'm going to give you a lemon meringue pie recipe, though. Okay, let's get the mixture out the pan while it's still hot. Going to put it in the pie crust. Oh, my God. This is going to be so good. Swirl it around. Remember, that's a pre-baked pie crust. You can make it from the scratch like me, or you can buy it. But either way, you still have to pre-bake it. Okay. I think I got all of it out. Let me just spread it out. I found my ladle. Yep. Let's get this all around in here. Let's make sure we get it all nice and good. You know I'm going to taste it, right? It's hot as hell. Delicious. Let's make sure we get it all off the ladle. How do you say? Mine's. Let's get a good look at it before I put the meringue on it. Nice. Be right back. Gotta make the meringue. Okay, I'm back at the stove, and what I'm doing at the stove is I'm doing cornstarch and water. See? Just regular cornstarch and water. I'm gonna let that come to a boil. This is for the top. Okay, now in the small bowl, I'm gonna use cream of tartar. I just put it in already. And sugar. And I'm going to use the same spoon I put the cream of tartar with and then mix it all up, just stir it up. And then I'm going to start making my egg whites. I'm going to use my sand mixer for that because I need to whip them until it peaks, until it's nice and fluffy. And the cornstarch and water is just a little bit set to the side. It's like a rouge basically to help thicken anything that I need. Best thing to use is cornstarch when you're baking. Okay, so I have a little bit at the bottom of the pot. It's not even much. Okay, so this should be good. The cornstarch, the cream of tartar and the sugar. And then I'm going to start my egg whites. Okay, now we're going to add the egg whites to the mixer. As you can see. I'm going to put the head down. I'm going to add my pouring spout to it. And I'm going to turn it on because I want to do it slowly at first. Then I'm going to bring it up. And as that's mixing, I'm going to add a spoonful at a time of my cream of tartar and my sugar. Give it more, start peaking. This is what's happening now. Once it starts really turning white, I'm going to add my cream of tartar and sugar. One spoon at a time until I get it all in. This is why you gotta have gadgets, people. So you don't have to do all this work trying to sift up some egg whites before the last of it in now. It's starting to get peaks. Now I'm gonna add in my cornstarch and water mixture. You see that? Like a glob. Let that beat up. Start cleaning up while that mix. It's forming its peaks now, as you want to see. It's starting to stiffen up and it's forming its peaks. Just a little bit more. Then I'm going to put it on top. Yeah, I'm making a lemon meringue pie. It's going to be so good. Okay, it's ready. Let's pour it out. Let's get the stiff peaks out. And you basically just put it on top. You want to make sure it stays centered. You don't want to over stiffen the eggs. You just want it to be on the outer edges of the lemon meringue and not the crust. You don't want it to go all the way out. You want it to stay on top. And this is where you do your little whatever you want to do. Just pile it up right on top. Now you're going to bake this for no more than 15 minutes or until it turns brown. So you see what I'm working with here? Absolutely gorgeous. We're going to stick it in the oven. Pie is in the oven. No more than 15 minutes until the egg whites get that golden brown on top. And then it's done. And you just let it sit out, get room temperature, then put it in the refrigerator. I'll see you in a minute. So, now it's time to clean up. I got to clean my stove. I got to clean the counters. Yeah, I got to give it all that stuff. It don't look like much because I was cleaning as I was going. Like I always tell you, clean up behind yourself. Clean up while you work. It makes the job easy at the end. And my hair is a mess because I just washed it. So it's still wet. I had to put it up. No hair in the food. But I'm going to show you the final results when it's done. Here we go, people. The final results. I got toothpicks on top so I can put plastic wrap. But yes. And I'm going to cut it. So I just cut it. Oh my God. Look. Look. Oh my God. Delicious. I'm about to tear this up. This is Sandra from the A. Peace. Enjoy if you make it.